subcompact market here in the US has seen an explosion in recent years. While European and Japanese markets are well used to smaller cars to navigate compact cities, but wide open spaces of the US have traditionally geared people towards larger cars. That's not to say there haven't been attempts at smaller cars throughout the US history, but the amount of jokes garnered at cars like the Pinto or the Gremlin have put a sour taste in public's mouth until the past 15 years or so. Always at the forefront in the auto market is Toyota. With so many reputable cars in their lineup, the Yaris has large shoes to fill. Today on the show, Mark and I take out the current installment of Toyota's flagship subcompact, and we put it to the test in a competition only available in busy city streets. 63 inches. It's a lot of space. Oh well, let's go. Welcome to Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Musker, Mark Maynard, who is the car expert, and we're happy to say hello from Seaport Village. Gorgeous day, right, Mark?
Beautiful. Chamber of Commerce weather in San Diego. Boating, cars, driving, and test drives, perfect for all of that.
It's unbelievable. God, I love this city, don't you? All right, and don't worry, for those of you watching right now, we did put a little sunscreen on Mark's head, so he's gonna do just fine today.
I don't care, I love the sun.
Listen, we want to say thanks so much for joining us, and we've got a great show ahead for you. We're going to go ahead and definitely focus on the Toyota Yaris today.
We're showing the Toyota Yaris, sold in two models. This is a subcompact, kind of an entry-level model. Yaris L, 3-door hatchback, and then they also have the 5-door version of this. Pricing starts about $15,000, and you're buying this car because you want reliability, durability, and maximum fuel economy.
Oh, I thought you were just buying it to show off because it's such a show-off kind of car, no?
Well, yeah.
Listen, there are reasons you would buy this car, and we'll give you a few. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the history of subcompacts. While today's world of cars is completely overwhelmed by compact, subcompact, and even microcars, it wasn't always like that. While European and Asian countries are used to having city hubs tightly packed with roadways initially designed for slower forms of travel, the US is spread out over long stretches of land. Our automotive history stands proudly on a bedrock of large cars. From the boat-like Cadillacs to the giant SUVs, America has long loved their cruisers. These post-war boom cars like the Volkswagen Beetle gave the US an idea of how these tiny autos could survive here. But by the 80s, the idea of an economy car became a joke, with Gremlins and Pintos at the butt of it. In recent years, as gas prices soared and safety technologies improved, companies like Hummer have gone under, and other automakers have been catering their large trucks and SUVs to a more niche crowd. It seems as though the subcompact has triumphed in today's society, but will it last?
The 2013 Yaris is a subcompact 5-seat hatchback offered in 3 grades, with the entry-level L and mid-range LE model available either as a 3-door liftback or 5-door liftback. The Sport-tuned SE is available only as a 5-door, and there's a sedan, but it's available only in fleets. The Toyota Yaris had a complete makeover last year, which made it slightly larger with more angular and attitudinal styling. The wheelbase was lengthened by 2 inches, now at 98.8 inches, with overall length growing by almost 3 inches, pushing it to 153.5 inches. Height was reduced by a 1/2 inch, but there is more headroom and cargo room inside. Both body styles are powered by a 106 horsepower, 1.5-liter 4-cylinder engine. A 5-speed manual transmission is standard on the L and a no-cost option for the SE. Fuel economy ratings are 30 mpg city, 38 highway for the manual, or 30 and 35 for the automatic. Also unique to Yaris is a single windshield wiper with a wet arm system that sprays washer fluid from the base of the wiper arm directly into the path of the blade. It's kind of cool because whenever you activate it, you've got instant fluid on there, so you're getting a really good cleaning action. General Motors is the only other automaker I've known use that. Safety features include 9 standard airbags, and those include a driver knee bag and front seat cushion airbags. Other safety features include advanced whiplash injury lessening front seats, electronic stability and traction controls, anti-lock brakes, and electronic brake force distribution.
Let's take a look at the Yaris.
2012, they redid this car completely, made it a little bit bigger. They redid both models, the 3-door and the 5-door.
Made it bigger? I want to know what it looked like before this.
You know, that's the maximizing the space in these things. So this was all new 2012, pretty much carryover for 2013. Pricing has even stayed the same. This base model, $15,000 with the 4-speed automatic, or you can get a 5-speed manual with the car.
Okay.
So,
I want to take a look in. Do you mind?
Please.
Let me see how comfy this small little car is. Okay, well, there's not much to it.
Simplicity sells.
But I can't say that it's bigger than I thought it was going to be as I'm sitting
Well,
in
when
here.
you think about, you know, a subcompact in these cars, look at the space you're getting in this.
Right.
Look at the height, headroom. You've got almost 40 inches of headroom in here.
Yeah.
Nice little things like the sun visor extenders. You've got the vanity mirrors.
Right.
I mean, you're making the most of $15,000.
Sure.
There's not a lot of profit in a small car like this.
Sure.
But look at the features you get. You got a bottle holder, you got a little pocket storage.
Oh, the bottle holder. I also noticed, I haven't seen these
Crank
back in the day.
windows.
You know, for those of you who are looking to burn a few calories while you drive, the Yaris
No,
would be
this
for
is
you.
the old man special. You know, old guys like, I don't want power windows. Give me the cranks.
That's very
Fine.
true. Actually, that's very true. But this isn't just for old guys like you would say. I would think this would be kind of a car for maybe a kid, but you don't want to spoil them.
Young people don't know what this is. They want power windows. And if you've got a family, you want power windows so you can put the windows down. You want power locks so you can unlock the door, get everybody in and out in a hurry. So this is your commuter car.
But I'm saying for like a 16-year-old that doesn't want to be spoiled.
If the parent doesn't like the 16-year-old, here, suffer with these crank windows. You'll love this car.
Oh wait, you said it, not me. All right, let's go ahead and take a look in the back. I want to see how big it is back here.
Well, that's the point. You can, so you give this car to your 16-year-old so he can pack up everything and move out because you bought him a car with crank windows. No, it's not that bad. But the seats on this model, folding flat.
I do like that. So if you got stuff to put in here, it's not that big, but it's not that small either. It's not too bad.
You know, look at the space on this. You know, dimensionally, it's very functional because you're gonna. I mean, all right. So you own a pizza business, delivery. Boom! Look at this. Fold that seat down. Catering. You know, these cars serve a lot of purposes, especially on this level. If you're running a business, you want to give a nice car with power windows and all that stuff? No, make them drive a crank windows.
Okay, you do have a good point. So old men and pizza guys. This is the perfect
businesses, delivery
You're absolutely
services, notary services.
Well,
look around,
in a
look at
car
all the
that you don't
notaries.
really mind kind of maybe trashing around a little bit, this would be. I can say though, in the very front, what I like about the Yaris, I do,
is the single wiper.
I did think that was really cool.
That's really different.
I did think that was pretty cool.
Saves weight, saves complexity.
Well, it looks modern, and I can't say the front styling of it, as small as it is, it's kind of cool,
Okay.
You heard me. You heard me.
No, this is durability. You're going to either buy this to commute, keep it for those 3 years of the warranty, get it, or the possibilities are broad with it. If I'm going to buy it, I'm going to want the power features.
Yes.
I'm going to want all of those things, play my Pandora music, stuff like that. And you can get that on the LE model.
Right.
Or you can go to the 5-door.
Or you could stick with this and
be happy that Daddy's buying you a car.
Exactly.
But you're complaining.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. All right, you guys. We'll be right back here on Overdrive San Diego. Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Mesker. This is Mark Maynard, the car expert.
Piloti of the day.
But he did just tell me, everybody, that he's not the best parallel parker in the world, which is good news for me because after this, we're going to go ahead and take
parallel or pull in. It's always crooked.
True. After this, we're going to take the Toyota Yaris around downtown. We're going to try and find the smallest parking space possible and parallel park. And this means I'm going to be the winner. I mean, you've already told me. Now it's in your head. You're not a parallel parker. I love it. Anyway, we are down here at Seaport Village. It's gorgeous, beautiful, gorgeous day. And I'm just happy to be hanging out.
Yeah, it's a tough job, but
we've got to do it. All right, let's go ahead and get to some auto industry news, shall we?
Yes. KellyBlueBook.com sends out these periodic top 10 lists, and their latest one is on the coolest cars costing less than $18,000. So it's fun. Jack Nerad, one of their top editors, said, quite frankly, the automakers keep making it easy for us to spend less money.
True.
On a car, because you can get some really cool stuff today.
You can for
starting at $18,000.
Very true. And I think it's almost a competition now. Not that the economy is that bad, but I think people are becoming more conscious about what they're spending on their cars. What do they really need? And so now you really can get a lot of cool cars for under 18 grand.
You can find cool cars starting at less than $18,000, but a couple option packages for some of those neat, fun convenience features you like push button starting.
Right.
You're up close to 20, but still, you started at 18, you got a cool car.
Yes, very true. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at which cars came out at the 10 coolest cars under 18 grand, shall we?
Starting with number 10.
The Chevy Spark.
Car we've driven, perfectly acceptable.
I mean, there is there's like a cool factor to it when you're driving in it.
That car you could load it up and it's barely 18,000. You get all of those cool features on it.
I know. I liked it.
And that's small and in a subcompact, and you still get all that hatchback capacity to it. I dig it. Yep.
True. All right. The next car is Honda Civic, and let's face it, people, we all grew up with this car, right? I mean, this was my college car. I love the car, and it just continues to grow. Not to mention, Honda is always about reliability as well as being cool.
Yeah, and they've redone the Civic because they had just come out with that new model, and the styling was sort of toned down because it came out during the recession, and everybody they didn't like it. So they've gone back in and done a quick remake on it. Now you've got a really very sophisticated looking small car.
Very true. Okay, and of course one of my personal favorites, just because I happen to be driving this car currently, the 2013 Volkswagen Jetta.
You know, I don't know how they do it with Jetta. It has always been a cool car.
Well, sure, because of mainly the drivers, people driving them.
You know, maybe it's me, but when that car came out new, a couple years, the design on that, I thought it was a little staid, a little too quiet. But look, everybody loves it. I was completely wrong.
You know, Mark, not all of us get a new car every single week to drive around, okay?
No, it was just, it's very neat. When you look at some of the lines on the car, it's very involved.
I personally like it, and I think it's very cool. All right, let's talk about the Fiat 500.
I mean,
is this just cool because, who is it, Charlie Sheen, that happens to be doing some of the commercials?
Whether Sheen did it or not, those are some really fun commercials.
They are.
Did it, House Arrest, I love that. But you see the Fiat, it's out there, it's cool. You go, that's a neat little car.
Yeah. And well, it's got that European vibe to it that makes it a little cool, and I think.
Yeah, sort of.
Oh gosh, I think it's adorable.
Yeah,
I think it's cute.
That's one of those that starts at 18,000. By the time you get to where you want it, I drove one that was the J-Lo model. Right. That was $28,000.
Yeah. Well, I think it's cool. I definitely see one. Number 6 is the Mazda.
God, like the Jetta, that car has always been cool.
I know.
Mazda 3 just endures.
I agree.
That's kind of like, their cash cow, their little one that just everybody buys it. It's a wonderful little car.
Very true, and a lot of younger, I think, kids like it as well.
You could get that Mazda Speed version that they used to do on that. That was a killer car. That was more fun than a Porsche.
Really?
I don't know if they're still doing that, but God, it was a great car.
Wow. All right. Well, let's talk about the double Ds. Dodge Dart. Okay, get your mind out of the gutter, Mark. Let's talk about the Dodge Dart. What do we think?
The Dodge Dart for $18,000, you're going to want to get like the mid-level model because then you get that cool LED racetrack taillight setup on it. Dart is a neat car, and I'm not seeing as many out there as I thought I would be seeing.
Yeah,
because
I
it's
don't
a
think I
great
see 'em as much
new
either.
compact car that should get more attention than it is. I mean, when that car came out, there was like 10,000 different configurations you could get. Dozens of colors and options and all that stuff. So they tried to really make it personalized for people. Whatever you want about.
Very true. Okay, let's go back again to the Honda because Honda Fit.
Honda
Once
Fit,
again.
another little subcompact 5-door hatchback. Very cool, very fuel efficient.
Kia Soul.
I like the Kia Soul.
I know you
it's
do.
different. You can get that cool red interior with this one, not for $18,000, but you can get a really
But still,
cool red interior.
the option is good. Ford Focus. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised by this. I'm not a huge fan of the Ford Focus.
Now, I like Focus ST. We drove that car. I like the Focus sedan hatchback. I'm not as crazy about the Fiesta, the smaller model. But the Focus is nice. I mean, they got that done really well. So I can see definitely why the Focus is on there. The price point is right, and it's good looking. That hatchback I love.
All right. Okay, fine. I'll let you have that then. And last but not least,
number one, because we started at 10.
Yes, and we just got a chance to drive this, the Hyundai Veloster.
How can that not be on a coolest car to drive list?
True. And we drove it around all over the place on dirt roads.
Yeah.
And it held up pretty cool, and it was a cool car. I like the look of it.
Yeah, very cool.
It was good.
Very cool, and it's a Hyundai.
Let's talk about a car that wouldn't make it on the list because it is a little bit pricier than most of those cars.
Oh, we don't make it on a cool list of cars costing $80,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's not even that bad. The Corvette Stingray, Chevrolet just released 0 to 60, the acceleration times on that. So from 0 to 60 with the Z51 performance package, it'll do 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds.
That's crazy, because before you and I were talking, I was asking about the Porsche, which is 4 seconds in 0 to 60, right? 4.2 seconds?
4.1,
So 3.8 I get, you're still, both cars incredibly fast, but you were saying it's a lot about the bragging rights to actually be able to say.
You know, yeah, 0 to 60 is one thing, but sometimes on cars like this, I know on the current generation Corvette, it's that 30 to 70 miles per hour range that kicks even harder than 0 to 60. You can impress your friends when you get in and floor it and hit 60 in 3.8 seconds.
Right.
But when you're just driving along and you catch it in that good power band, that from 30 to 70, it's screaming. It's really fun.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the look of it. I mean,
it's hot.
Sexy car.
Yeah, there's kind of two camps out there on the styling of it. I like it.
I do too. Very
and
sexy.
You know, you're going to want to have that because it looks like it. The pricing on this, it goes on sale this fall.
I like you say on sale. No, it's priced at 80 grand. You said?
No. It starts at 52,000.
Oh, okay.
So on fall, this
but
fall
to get
it goes
it all
on sale.
souped up.
The way they did the speed run on with this car, it was $57,000. I mean, that's not bad. You're going to spend that much on a Corvette. If you're going to get a Corvette, and you want to have, the power version.
I have your pocketbook. That's not bad. 60 grand.
That's my wish list. It's not a pocketbook.
I just admitted to driving the Volkswagen.
Well, if you're going to start, if you're going to start with a base Corvette at $52,000, and you're into the performance element, you may already have a Corvette or another performance car. Are you going to want this car to be the most powerful one in your garage?
Right.
Heck
Just to be like, nah, 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 nah.
Well, that's part of that.
All right.
I threw the last item in just because it's fun. But Subaru is back to make an attempt for the Guinness Book of World Records.
Okay.
The largest parade of Subaru cars. Now, they did this back in 2009 in Itasca, Illinois.
Okay.
And they sent out among their clan. I mean, Subaru owners are loyal. They
are.
They go back to the dealership.
They're like a small cult of people.
They're a large cult of people. And they had 339 cars gather in 2009. And we're going to show a cool picture of that. But now they're kind of trying to get 500.
And so now they're trying to beat that out.
Yeah. They will they'll do this attempt on July 13 in Itasca, Illinois.
Okay.
You have until July 8th to register.
Okay.
if you can get yourself from wherever you're going,
Right.
from there to Itasca, Illinois. And
Wow, you gotta love your Subaru
They do, these people
to
gotta-
take time
they're
off of work and actually drive.
It's summer, it's vacation, and there are probably, they should have an award for the person who drove the farthest, because you know there are people going to drive.
Oh, sure.
Along. I'll bet there's
Now,
people from San
is
Diego
every
going,
Subaru going to be, I mean, are they going to be decorated?
I don't know.
I mean, it was just a bunch of Subarus going down the street. Like, I want to see it. I
They're
want to see
gonna
people
parade.
juggling. I want to see
Yeah,
something.
well, you know, I'm sure they're going to do, it's a 4-mile route. Well, you know, try to fit 500 Subarus in a row.
Right.
How many miles is that going to take just
Wow.
to make a loop?
I didn't even know this could be in the Guinness Book of World Records. I feel like they just make stuff up. But you know, all you Subaru drivers out there, good for you. You have fun. You enjoy yourself. All right,
cool.
so that is it for the industry news. When we come back, Mark and I are finally going to go head to head and see who finally is the best parallel parker. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's me, because Mark, you've already admitted that you're not that great. So stay with us. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Musker, Mark Maynard, and are you ready to
ready.
compete?
Yeah.
Are you?
I can do this.
All right, you've already admitted that you're a bad parallel
yeah,
driver.
but we park every day. It's
Oh.
bad, so what?
Please. All right, so here's the
stuff it into a
competition.
slot.
Mark and I are already downtown, and we're enjoying the weather. Our competition today is to take the Yaris. We're gonna go downtown and try and find the smallest space possible, parallel park that thing, and then we're gonna measure it.
This is why you get a Yaris, because it'll fit in little places.
Very, very true. And no cheating, by the way. The person that gets in the smallest spot is the winner. So
I'm going to the hotel, have the valet park it.
cheating, cheater! Look at him. Okay, toss it. Let's see who goes first. Heads. Oh, Mark. Do it again. Do it again. Come on, you got this. Heads.
You go first.
I go first. I go first. Give me the key.
Be careful with
see
my
you.
car.
I'll see you later. All right. Don't miss me too much. I got this. No problem.
Today's competition is one that involves more skill than it does speed. Both Mark and I have 30 minutes to drive through the streets of San Diego in a hunt to find the smallest parking spot. Whoever comes back after the 30 minutes with the smallest distance wins this week's competition.
All right, so we are off, and I'm pretty sure I've got this competition in the bag because unlike my driving skills, which I'm not very good at least parking, I'm decent. And the only reason for that is because I live downtown and parking is a huge problem. So you have to find your way into these tiny little parking spaces. And you know, Mark lives out in the boonies somewhere, and so he's not used to parking like this. One thing I can say about the Yaris is that this car is very small. It's compact. It's going to be a very easy car to park, which is good when you're living downtown. Here's my plan of attack. I'm going to go to the strip of highway that, well, close to where I live, and there's always people that have to parallel park on this long road, and I'm going to go there because there's always tiny little spaces that my friends always have to park if they're coming to visit me. And I'm almost positive I'm gonna find a space. And you know what? Here's the thing. I'm not gonna waste my time. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not gonna waste my time looking for like multiple spaces. I'm just gonna find one and go with it because I'm gonna assume that Mark is gonna get so frustrated and flustered being downtown that he's gonna give up anyway. All right, so see all these cars right here? This is the stretch that I'm talking about. Like, look at all those cars, constantly having to, you know, parallel park. Ooh, there's one right there. See, I already even found one. That's how good I am. Mark, he doesn't even have to stand a chance. Ooh, here's another parking space. Okay, should I go for this one? Should I? Yeah? Yeah? Let's try it. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Nope, okay. Change of plans. We're gonna go back to that one I just saw. There we go. Whip this thing around. Ooh, oh. Okay, so obviously the Yaris, I mean, not very expensive, and they're trying to save money, so there's not a lot of weight on it, and you can kind of feel that when you're driving. But unlike what Mark said, he said he thinks this is for grandpas. I don't really see that being the case. I could see like a high school kid driving this because it's cheap, and you know, for parents who want their kids to have a car that's somewhat reliable, but you know, not too expensive. I think this would be a perfect car. All right, we are gonna flipping a U here. Ooh, ooh, we like the turning radius in the Yaris, don't we? All right, now let's cross our fingers and hope that that parking space is not taken. And here's another thing. As much as I love to beat Mark, it's such a gorgeous day out in San Diego. I know, shocker, but I kind of want to spend my time outside, so I don't want to spend it inside the car trying to parallel park this thing. I'm just gonna find a parking spot and go and do it and just assume that I'm gonna win. Found a spot and we try not to hit any cars, not to try to hit the other car. You gotta go just perfect. You wanna be close enough to the curb. Right. See, first try. Mark beat that. Okay, unfortunately, it's not that small of a parking job, but I'm just gonna assume that Mark's not gonna be able to even find a space and he's gonna get too flustered. All right, let's go check it out. All right, I've got my trusty measuring. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot of space. But see, this just proves that the Yaris is so small and so nice that, you know, it'll fit anywhere. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Let's see where we are. All right, and we are at 63 inches. It's a lot of space. Oh well, let's go. All right. I mean, look at all this space. All right. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. I'm just gonna let you know it's a bigger space than I thought, but I'm gonna assume that Mark is not gonna beat it because he's not gonna know what to do. Trust me. Downtown, a little much for him. All right, let's go back. Do you have the keys?
All right, Amber, tell me what happened.
We just locked ourselves out of the car. We just locked ourselves out of the Yaris. My phone is in the car, therefore I can't call Mark. So now we are walking to Seaport Village. Awesome. Okay, so minor setback. While I was competing, I got out of the car to measure, left the keys in the ignition, and the car locked on me. The car locked on me, so I had to call. And yeah, you know, minor setback, but it's a beautiful day, and Mark is never gonna know about this, okay? So nobody say a word. This is really embarrassing. So since AAA took a little bit longer than I thought, I do not have time to find another parking spot and get a better measurement because at this point I only have a half hour and those were the rules, and so I'm just gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna predict that I'm still gonna win despite the fact that I had locked my keys in the car, I had to call AAA, only found one parking spot, but let's be honest, I live downtown, this is my hood. I get it. Mark is not gonna even be able to find a spot, let alone be able to park this car. I think he's gonna get too stressed out. It's, you know, it's getting close to traffic time. I think there's gonna be too many people. I can see Mark getting a little flustered because he doesn't like people honking at him. I see that being an issue for Mark. And he's already admitted he's a bad parallel parker, so I've got this in the bag. Definitely, no problem, for sure.
Before the break, I made my way through the streets in search of the smallest parking spot possible. Luckily, I had 30 minutes to find the spot because on the first measure, I found myself locked out of our Yaris. Let's hope Mark has had as much trouble as I did.
All right, here we go. We're gonna go parallel park. I'm gonna test these 2.5 mile per hour bumpers. You know, I gotta tell you, it's summertime. Schools are out. We're at Seaport Village, and taking Kettner Boulevard in here, it was easy. You're parking all over the place. This is an easy way to get in here. I think a lot of people are parking challenged. I was talking with Ivan Stewart, our buddy from off-roading fame, Ironman, and he was encouraging a friend and I to start a business that would go over the basics of driving, parallel parking, maintenance on your car. Parallel parking isn't that hard, but we don't do it that often. So we have to practice. Practice makes perfect for parallel parking. Yeah, close. All we gotta do is get close enough. That's all I want. I can stuff it in there. Good enough for me. I think Amber's parking challenged, even though she thinks she's great, and she probably looked for the big easy spot, thought it was tight, and parked it. Probably had no trouble parking it because she had like legions of space. I'm gonna go out and see if I can find a little skinny spot. That's what Yaris is all about, so let's see how this works. Light steering should be easy. Turning circle on this sucker is like 30 feet, so that'll help. What I'd like to find is a parking place right in front of that barbecue place, made famous by Top Gun movie. I always want to go there. Figures I'd find a place to park there today. I could park, but I can't go in and eat because we're in the competition. Now this is just a decent sized space. Oh, look at everybody's mad at me because I'm parking. Signal is on. The guy behind me just plowed right up, not looking ahead. That's his problem. If they would look ahead, they'd know that I'm going to park here. All right, and there's like a stack of traffic behind me, so I'm just waiting patiently. There, see, good. I told you, I had my signal. I was going to park, stupido. All right, okay, look over your shoulder. Bring the car back. I'm a little far from that parked car. Yep, there's my turn-in point. Crank it loud. Got minivan to go by. All right, we'll roll it in. Bring it to about there. Crank it the other way. Gouge your tire into the curb. Whoa. Nice. I would have passed a driving test. Let's go out and see what kind of space we got. Wait, we got to make sure I'm like in and in. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Cool. Let's check it out. Turning car off, taking keys with. Give me a tape measure. Yep. This is an exact science. Oh. Not too good. I mean, perfect placement. Yeah. No prize there. 102. 2. 60. All right. Think I can do better? Let's go see. If cars with rear view cameras have a big advantage in this, because you'd see, you'd know, exactly where you are in the space. But does it really matter? No, we fit, we were legal, everything was cool. Except now we're competing with Amebr. Amebr, the parking goddess. See, that one's a big one. That's an easy one too. I want to find a hard one. Oh, here we go. This is a Titan. Titan. Now see, look, I have my signal on, and that dope just about had the swerve to get out of my way. Okay, now we're gonna go we're gonna bring it right up till that window. I can see his rear end of that car. Cut it hard to the right. Stuff it in. Crank it left. Oh yeah, definitely tighter. Yeah, this is award material here. Let's get the yardstick. 60. And 42. How about on the sidewalk side? Dude, ideal. Anything less than a foot is legal. 9 inches. Can't complain about that. See if Amebr can beat me.
Welcome back. You're watching Overdrive San Diego. I'm Amber Musker, Mark Maynard, and I already...
Parking superior.
All right, fine. We did the competition, and I'm going to go ahead and just be honest with you. It did not go well for me.
Well, what about it didn't go well? Let's
Yaris,
dig into this.
The Yaris was great. It parked great. A very small, compact car, easy to park.
Nice. Yep. Light steering on that.
Very light steering. I happened to lock the keys in the car, Mark. So I didn't really have a lot of time to park other than one place, and I chose a really large spot with plenty of space on both sides. I was like 100 plus inches.
Didn't we know that it would go that way?
Go ahead, Mark. What was yours?
I mean, well, in this parking thing, my best out of 2 was 93 inches. It was pretty cool.
You barely beat me. Barely.
Yeah, barely.
All right. Well,
But
under the circumstances,
winner,
that's the only reason I lost.
Loser.
Oh gosh. All right. Well.
No, but it's actually it was a pretty enjoyable exercise because I have parallel parked more times today than I have in the last 10 years.
Now
Probably.
you feel for me living downtown. You know what it's like.
And you should have
constantly
nailed
parallel.
that. You should whip that car right in.
I did. I can say that at least.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So which means you might have won the competition, but I still therefore
You gotta
am
win the
better
battle, huh?
Parallel parker. All right. If you liked the Yaris that you saw today on the show, you can always go down to Frank Toyota and go check them out because they've got plenty.
There's probably going to be a good discount on this Yaris.
Yes,
L.
there is.
Crank windows, all of that.
Yes, exactly. Grandpas, pizza drivers, kids, young kids, if the Yaris is for you, make sure that you go check it out. We're so excited for next week's show. We got a lot coming up for you, but we're going to have to say goodbye for now. Thanks for watching, guys. You're watching Overdrive San Diego.
Success parking.